It's about 10:40, Thursday, January 30th. Um, Future historians, we have had 10 days into the current presidency, and it's so just if you're trying to find this in the post-apocalyptic texts left over. Yeah, I miss our future historian stuff. Um, Another company, hey Joe, just talking to the future historians. Another company pulled out of Diamond today, Mad Cave. Hold on one second. Anyway, sorry. That message was just frustrating. Mad Cave Studios is going only with Lunar. Um, Today, Vault, we sent an email I think yesterday or Tuesday, I can't remember because things are so crazy. Um, Sent an email saying they were no longer with Diamond. Sent an email clarifying what they would not have with Diamond. Um, Basically, all their stuff for the last 3 or 4 months. It's not going to be in Pullbox, which we currently use. More than that, we barely stock these companies. Like I don't have anything against them. I would love to stock them, but they're going exclusively with Lunar or direct to wholesaler. And direct to wholesaler means okay, when I have a customer who wants a book from them, I'll go to their website and I'll order it. If multiple people express it, but how are they going to see the book and hear about it? They're going to hear about it on social media? Sure. Right. Maybe they'll be on the writers, the writers email list. But I hope the writers and artists on all these books are being told that their stuff's not going to be in previews anymore. It's very strange. Lunar seems to be pushing stores, places to go exclusive with them, maybe offering them a better discount. I don't know. But hold on 1 second again. Excuse me. I swallowed there for a second. So distracted with the texting while being alive. Anyway, today was the sort of day that is why we do the rearrange, why we are completely rearranging the shop, not just from the few like reactions and sales we had from people, more about it was dead. It was a lot colder today than yesterday. Temperature dropped about 15 to 20 degrees. It was windy, just not pleasant. People were just not out. So I had customers who I got to talk to, and I talked to them for a very long time. I arranged and cleaned up a bunch in the shop. I moved around some boxes in the new used books room. Took things out of short boxes, put them in long boxes, and made space. Like I said, I did a lot of cleanup. And then after I hung out and talked to customers, in between those customers, I made the major move of the side bookcases in the back of the main room. I moved them right to the center. They're pretty much, it's interesting because they don't look equal, but they're pretty much equal with about 56 inches of clearance on either side of them. Now, right in the center, really, they don't have all their books on them. No, I don't parlez-vous français. Sorry. No. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but I did so much yesterday of organizing and getting stuff that I had wanted to put in those areas, right? I got all the artist stuff, I got all that moving them wasn't so hard, especially those two fixtures are on wheels. So once they had a lot of their books off of them, they were very easy to move. So I did it pretty quickly. As usual, doing this all by myself. Some stuff happened. We moved that gigantic tiered book thing. I had to move it off and back on, so there was scratching. There was, that's at the shop, right? That's me. That's what I do. But I just kept looking at it, being like, why did I ever not have it like this? Like, it just looks so good. It really just pow. Not because it's new or different, but because it's symmetrical. It looks nice. Um, so I feel kind of like, wow, that's a good one. Um, Yesterday, as I said, at the end at the live stream, the kids section got a bit of a workout from all the kids having off for Lunar New Year. Looking it over, it's got so many books in it. It's unfortunately not the vision I was hoping for, where things were a lot less crowded and I'm really trying to keep that in mind as we move forward, as I'm starting to get to more things where really, if without the signage it's not going to work. Things, genre things where I'm going to have crime and art, anything like that, where, like, yeah, if I direct you, you can find it, but you really need signage. Once I'm getting to that, I'm really trying to keep track of the fact that there has to be room. It can't be so everything crowded on top of each other. um, I don't really think I'm succeeding at that, but I'm definitely opening up space for the customer for walking, so that's great. I just did a lot. I did a lot. I got, like I said, I got to chill and talk to customers. I definitely had, I know, at least 2 or 3 times where I took like 15-minute breaks to make sure that I settled and didn't. And again, I didn't even accomplish all the goals I set for today. I never do. I also wanted to price some of the books that I moved around. I took them out of a long box, put them in short boxes. So I was like, okay. And I separated the short box into the easier to price and the harder to price. And I was like, and I didn't do it. I could have done it instead of talking to customers. I could have, let them browse more. But people come for me to talk to them. That's one of the things I enjoy. I had someone say that. He goes, I really got to go, but it's like, I love this. Just I want to. That's why I'm here. Um, I had a nice little chat with Marco. I have a very interesting thought that occurred to me. Marco works at Ben and Jerry's. He's I don't know. He's older than 25. He's had lots of other jobs, done lots of different things. Very, like, chill guy. And so Ben and Jerry's, he knows how to work at Ben and Jerry's. He works there forever. He's reliable. Everyone else who works there are high schoolers, so he just works there. And he's recently been reading Preacher, and it really reminded me what an exceptionally well-made comic Preacher is, while at the same time such a hard comic to sell. Trying to sell someone Preacher is like trying to convince someone to watch. I'm trying to think of a good example, like a really good example. It's like trying to convince someone to watch Breaking Bad, but they have to buy the discs themselves. Like, it's Preacher's the sort of thing that if someone tells you to read it, your friend lends it to you, and you have time and you can read it, or if you just pick it up for some, you like Steve Dillon, or you like Enos, or you like you saw the show, sure, but on its own, just pitching it when someone goes, I want something good to read that's substantial, but not like 20 volumes. It, it's a hard pitch. And I think I have to challenge myself. I think I have to start restocking that book and going with the hard pitch. I think people are looking for that. They love The Boys. I don't sell anywhere near as much of The Boys as I did when the show first started, because the show has moved so far from it that people feel like they don't even need to look at the comic. It's not the same thing. If I'm here, I read a few of the comics. It's so different. It doesn't matter. But I can spin it out and be like, if you think The Boys show is more fun than the comic, Preacher's more fun. Yeah, it might be. It might be a thing to do. As a reminder, I'll point out that we are doing our, which I announced here 2 weeks ago, our February recommendation. I'm trying to do, again, a monthly recommendation. It is a 3-volume set of the great Taiyo Matsumoto's Tokyo These Days. Fantastic manga series that just ran in 2020, I think, to 2021. So that's the thing with Preacher Joe is I don't necessarily know that you'll like it. It's exceptionally well made, but it's relentlessly cynical. It's very dark. It's very angry in places. Um, like that's why I said Breaking Bad, but it's really not fair to compare anything to TV show. TV shows are so much more palpable. They're so much easier to digest than like any sort of challenging comic. So it's really not a fair example. It's kind of like if you want to read a book. Anyway, let's not try and think of ways to pitch it. It'll come to me. But Marco was just talking about how like he's never read anything like it. He goes, "This may be the greatest thing I've ever read." And I stopped for a minute and I thought about it. And I realized that really most of the comic books that I have read that are better than Preacher through and through. Now, again, a huge part of that, and this is it's very hard to top this. A huge part of that is that Preacher ends. It's a different kind of dark. No. That's what I'm saying. It's not horror dark. It's giant eye roll. God damn people. Just people. Ugh. That's Preacher, but like at an insane degree and like a cringy level of like, oh my god, he is gonna do that. Oh, like it's not. You're not horrified. At least I'm not. Most people that I know aren't. They're just like, ugh, yeah. And I know people think it's hilarious. Yeah, people really suck. That's Preacher. Anyway, but yeah, I think it's a great. I think I could definitely sell it. I just have to think of a way to sell it. But let's go back to Tokyo These Days, which I think is one of the most uplifting and beautiful things that I've read in a long time. I'm going to do an official like post. I'm not putting it on our website. I'm not. I'm making a social media post, but not even like gonna promote it heavily or push it or anything like that. You know, it's gonna be in the store, and I'm probably only got five bundles of 3 books. And Tokyo These Days is really just about a guy who is giving up on his dreams. He's yes, Joe. I'm really yes, and I think Preacher is definitely not the book for right now. I think it might be just a little too much. Which is why I love Tokyo These Days. Tokyo These Days starts with a manga editor who worked at a very popular magazine for years, retiring, quitting. You get that there's like he's like lost a lot of his charm. He was like a rising star and he sort of fumbled it. And now he's older and he's gonna stop. And it ends, volume 1 ends. This is all I have to say. Volume 1 ends, he's gonna make a brand new magazine that he's self-publishing. And there's 3 volumes for the whole thing, and it's a beautiful, uplifting thing without being ridiculous in its upbeat or happiness. It's probably the most grounded Matsumoto thing I've ever read, except maybe Ping Pong. It's just people. It's people being people. It's got a whole wacky cast of manga people who he used to edit or who he wants to be in his new manga. It's just wonderful. And we're going to do a 3-volume set. I think the 3 books together come to like $84. They're like $27 each or something. I think. I can't even remember anymore. I had it all worked out. But whatever it is, we're just going to chop like 15, 20% off if you buy the whole bundle. I think I have some ribbon I'm going to tie the bundles with. That's it. It's just a great read. It's lovely. 3 volumes. Terrific. So yeah. If you're watching this live stream and you want one, definitely let me know here or email me or something, because once I put them out, I will be pitching them like this to basically everyone at the shop. If it works, I'm gonna do more. Kaiju Max just came out with volumes 1 through 2, and when Kaiju Max 5 and 6 come out, which is all 6, it's also going to be 3 volumes. I'll probably push that and have people do it. Joe, if you haven't read Kaiju Max, I should definitely throw that in for you. You'll love Kaiju Max. That's where we're going. This was my big purchase for February. I'm hoping to sell all the sets within the first like week of February. Just telling people it's wonderful. 3 volumes, you get the whole thing. It's discounted. I have a couple extra volume 1s for people who just want to try out volume 1. Yeah, that's it. What's up, Lala? Lala's saying, oh, she wants to go viral. I could just flip the camera and you'll be on YouTube doing this forever. Is that what you want? She kind of does, but no, I can't do that for her. Oh, for everyone? That's going to be a while. Anyway, yeah, so moved a lot of stuff today, but also felt like I did almost nothing because I got to just talk to people and didn't have a lot of customers. So, yeah, that's the day. And then tomorrow we launch the Tokyo These Days set. And until then, I'm not sure I'm actually going to get around to doing a weekend review, but I really will try. Candlelighting is getting later and later every week. All right. Until tomorrow or Sunday, remember, damn it, babies, you got to be kind.
Probably going to finish the manga.